How's everybody doing? God bless. Like I said, I'm looking at high watch for the 20th. Yes, I am watching 8/8, which is the 9th of Av, but I'm watching now first, and there's good reasons. So the 20th, there's a lot of stuff going on, and as I showed in my video here, I showed this right here. The Apple opens at night, as I've been talking about, 5 days. There's a V5, as I said, after splitting the Apple, the V5, talked about this. Then the lightning and America Falls. As you can see, the flag being ripped in half. This would be 5 days later, as I said. This was on the 17th, or this was on the 14th, 5 days from the 14th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Taco Tuesday. And then in my last videos, I talked about the prophecy in Isaiah 28 about set 2 days. So this is also with the prophecy. These are two different things, but they all line up on the same day with the 20th. Here's the meteor activity. Right here, this is the meteor activity. They say in here the best viewing would be on the 20th.
Let's see it with our own eyes. I'd like to roll the tape of what it was like in the capsule.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's incredible.
Well, I'll go over this. I've also talked about this. Bezos, which this is an IPEC GOAT. He launched his rocket on July 20th. I had a video about this. The 20th is when they launched the rocket. They also, the Apollo landings, the fake landing, 69 was on the moon on the 20th. The fake landing on the moon, Apollo 11. So these are also pointing to the 20th, as I said. Also this is also right here.
We observe the sun. A canyon of fire just opened on the sun.
This canyon of fire just opened on the sun, and it's turning Earth's direction. There's also a solar flare that NASA is predicting for the 20th.
A dark filament of magnetism whipsawed out of the sun's atmosphere on July 15th, carving a gigantic canyon of fire. NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory recorded the eruption. The walls of the canyon, which stretch diagonally across the video, are 20,000 kilometers high and 10 times as long. They trace the channel where the filament was suspended by magnetic forces above the sun's surface, before instabilities flung it skyward. Geomagnetic Storm Watch. Minor G1 class geomagnetic storms are possible on July 20th or 21st when a slow-moving CME is expected to hit Earth's magnetic field. The CME was hurled into space by Friday's Canyon of Fire eruption.
Canyon of Fire.
On this solar flare classification chart, for the last 3 days, there has been 3 M-class flares that have occurred. This HMI intensity gram map, for today, shows 8 sunspot regions on the Earth-facing side of the Sun. The latest solar eruptions are shown on this LASCOC2 filter, 16th through the 17th. Here's a wider view of the same eruptions, on this LASCOC3 filters. On this map, are seen the coronal holes, that are rotating to face the Earth as a...
This is very important right there. This is what's going to cause the most damage right here. So this could be in the upcoming days. There's also solar flares that hit the Earth right away.
Early as tomorrow. Here they can be observed on this SDO 211 filter. Coronal holes are the source of fast solar wind streams which sometimes have the potential to produce minor to moderate geomagnetic storms.
Almost looks like a dragon to me. There's the mouth. There's the head. Almost looks like a dragon. But these are the most dangerous when these coronal holes are Earth facing.
And as always,
so NASA is predicting it right here. There's two people. Farrah gave me this, and John right here. NASA is predicting a solar flare impacting the Earth early on the 19th. Radio, GPS. Also, too, as I said, the Bible verse that says terror by night, destruction by noonday. That could be a solar flare. Could take the power out. Terror by night, because the power goes out. People would be freaking out. Also, too, I have talked to people as far as the heat. I have other articles on them selling cattle in Oklahoma because of the drought. Same thing as in Texas. Also, too, you have Europe is under a heat wave across Europe. These solar flares are causing, I believe that's what's causing this. There's drought in England is going through a red alert in England, sweltering heat. I have seen articles where they say it's never been so bad in England and Europe and the United States. I think it was Farrah told me that it was 106 in California. So here, France, historic heat, wildfires. This is 2 hours ago. So this is what I'm looking at. Right here as a review. Right here. Looks like a dragon. And this is turning Earth facing. Right here, this coronal hole is turning Earth facing.
SDO 211 filter. Coronal holes are the source of fast solar wind streams which sometimes have the potential to produce minor to moderate geomagnetic storms.
Very interesting. It looks like a dragon. So this is what I'm looking at. There's meteor activity at this time. I showed you IPEC GOAT right here. This is 5 days from splitting the apple. And this also goes with Bezo. I made many videos on this. And I showed the Bible verses in my last video. Also, too, Trump is going to be in New York, which is very interesting. He's going to be in New York, the funeral. He's going to be there Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm going to be watching, see what happens there. Then, of course, I had my videos here. As far as Damascus, I could have made a whole video on that. They're talking about nuclear war between Israel. They're talking about wiping out Iran. Iran's talking about they have a nuclear weapon. Isaiah 28, I talked about that. The cattle right here, the drought here. There's also, they've been selling off their cattle in Oklahoma. I had a video on that. So this is what I'm looking at. Hope you're all doing well. It's 4:40. I hope you're all doing well. We'll see what happens. Like I said, we'll see what happens. Some people are looking at the 29th. Like I said, 8/8. We will see. We will see. God bless.